and also Ababeka and Sabin for Mama Quaba.
That's a joso.
Na Bibia, she say, ye.
Chedi and Poyanko pardon, Aja, or the Enquamai. I can say, Yebeshe, Niaka, but Namefa Quines, Jamincha, the new Patriotic Party. So far, I think, say, Yeguso etutu no maye o hwe so far ye shall see any baby abedun na a choice ye ni abre pese gitumi coming 2028 election and I mean fa kwan so na me and the former president Nana Akufo-Addo ase because if you see a case me say oni panyina adue and na panyini so entra fema so dwa ne emfo ono I think say ofre the 5 aspirants are more contested for the MPP race and from for ekasachromo because I dey no ebida eniti onim esano I think say osha enoma ekokoso from different camps say otrafi no wan kahwe no yedi otna odin at the end of the day no party no be sofa na okonfo bonu a otna kroma kroso bono say ebo a we dey otimubi entino the maker say the draw here no mention and crying the be share other leaders nso ase say obe from friend from so no makasa but that you mean cast way onim say eye Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia so olusu primaries na next year January so bono man mfa mbo bia on fa mbo npe ba kope a wonu awonim no me mbo ne din wo ha
but din ye evidence to na wa trace
say olusu primaries na on fa so bono mbo bia on fa mbo obi a onu ankasa wonim no because we are no understand it
and as a nipa wo ben no asem na wo ken and
me say
as a nipa onim me kasa onim ken Japan
abebuom so ade ase
ba so onim ken Japan
onim obi a onim ken Japan ba me say so olusu primaries na
obi a wo ben na
obi a ben na
onim no
sa
obi onim no die bebrebe
sa mate obi onim no sa ben no ena mienu ka maka na mienu
nta fe na bia wo
ena se ni ekoso no nyina no se Ken camp any Dr. Bawumia camp so omo anhia ankasa in chamber to be frank 2028 anhwe a e ho be kire maybe apart from some 5 na kosia no
for the few times I'm in home I've known you to be somebody who communicates on the issues of facts.
Yeah.
You are a bold person and you say it as it is.
Yeah.
I am not getting you trying to communicate say Bawumia say Ofeli and as a Olusu Prime Minister. There is somebody close to him and as obi onim na onfa sa so bonu nko bona untumi mo sa nipa kro ni.
Oh, me de sabi you see edu baby a say we academician say o chira de a make emphatic conclusion from a student who baby mu a student no but say do exams no try then that person will make a conclusion or make his or her stand so what I say and in the academician make say oh we don't have absolute fact in this world so what I say but the person me tell us say
a question to
the person me tell us say the a woman say ni ekoso between these two main camps race ni nyina agina mumie ni so there's no way ibenya any other aspirant obeti ma bedi nkonim apart from these two aspirant but the main person can say beyond the happen and run as I said these two main camps so omusia na omu edi nkomo etoto ne maye because sabi you see Germaninka simple but you through trimu no be an asem no because at the end of the day no efia these two camps omode mama ho no at the end of the day say kase ye sia na say tu wie na pa akodi nkunu kase ye jabi bia nka na me ye adwuma bia na be atum na nso no within that person the person might be fighting against you
lawyer kwesi botwa asem na okay yana
me de me mbo obiadin
okay
but you see me kind of we no nim the current president say na de ni bi mo dachi wasan akoye na de ni bi biom
Nyantubase ma no so akwa bana.
Yo.
Roger.
Dachini.
Bibi aboko.
Obadi adaroma.
NDC ni mo ye.
Oh, NDC there emu ye. Share the way I hear His Excellency the President. And omwa abanya power mo say omfo mo nyansa ne omunim de emebo oman na hwe anamo mututu na we are rebuilding the Ghanaian community brick by bricks. As a president to Tonebo share bricks no na ministers ne appointees no so ato amobo the water joint no share until we are rebuilding the nation. Na mamefa akwenye so enchia His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama. Na Misanchia na Bediechi, the first female who rises to this high political status in this country. Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman. Na Misanchia abaimu appointees ni na Miami boss bako Peter, deputy CEO of your friend is a shipyard. Na minchia obi bia odina honden ni nanim de ede ebo aban na chidom. Na minchia the other man chief of staff won say ba no appointees ni na mo ba ko a ede man no liaise between the president and staffs and appointees omo ye juma coordinating affairs honorable Julius Debra na minchia nyam papa no the Ahoy brothers and MP before the jandamba could be fame concerning Kwame Ahoy na we issue disclaimer I don't know. Say,
I've seen that.
Until I want to entreat, say, Kwame Ahoy has not stood on any platform to make such a statement. Let's consider it as one of the gendarmist approach. Na yen writing it off. Jandam secretary house re. A bonny minimum koko. Na me to me enchien without greeting your party strategic tactician. My friend, the last man standing. Opejan insa na MPP4. Omo titito sebio krame awabo fo menya yemtuo. Didi adudu na nim no ene General Mosquito. Banidi pa ordinam wiase ene Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Eya na ne boni dina na Evans bi be shema dwemu one day one hwa na mde aka ho na Honorable Johnson Evans Asiedu Nketia.
Obaza ka excellency cars obazo play.
Oh metia ti won sa confusion na SCMPP mu no almost say oh hwe unim 3 days ago ena unim krobia
de wan
Bawumia into
yes krobia
otro Facebook say if Bawumia does not win the primaries by any means no one will cross the line. Take it from us in the statement no.
That I've seen on Facebook, yes.
And unim Jennifer.
Yes, Jennifer Apong.
Good.
Yes.
Also Troy. Jennifer wrote exactly 3 minutes after Krabia posted. And Jennifer also Troy. If Bawumia wins the primaries by any dubious means, take it from us. He will never cross the Jubilee line. In fact, house, he will not ever cross the Jubilee gate. This is a clear indication. Me say, Ghana, a peaceful country, but there is a civil war in a political party in Ghana. No. There is a political civil war in NPP.
Because they are
democratic. You see?
Wait, listen. The party was in shambles before the 2024 election. Oh, the party, it was in shambles before 2024 election. Things fell apart for MPP before 2024 election. Let me give you a clear indication and a typical how somebody skewed and pushed people to vote towards a certain line. Let me tell you, when was showdown? When was Kennedy Apon's showdown? Wasn't it last year? I'll give them a showdown. That is when the showdown came. The beginning and the genesis of things fall apart.
That was last 2 years.
Last 2 years, yes.
It happened in 2023.
Okay, good. So it's a clear indication. Say MPP party ne gu ye no started from 2023. Na sisi ano de ye twen ne say. Oh, genocide be high. Na by 31st January, there soon home call me man call to glory na waka say omo ba no mo ye bi we calling by eno anye na chess call home call home call na edini na abawiye na ade ba ko a ebi no mo start press on pe UP plus party card say this na number because right now you can say opposition you need criticizing and critical and an instrumental opposition our country emu what you say because MB na ga the omako opposition say na kam betene chi na mo sua nyame bi na even if there is a policy back on the floor of parliament mo betumi make constructive criticism what you say mo betumi delineate ama verifiable and empirical facts the outlining certain loopholes but I'm asking you what reasonable constructive criticism has this opposition
when Afenyo spoke in parliament yesterday including telling you say the removal of the Chief Justice
it's the same noise wait it's what
they will fight it to the latter
no they should fight to the latter but they should not forget that I quote the CJ's own statement no matter the noise you make complete it for me no matter the noise you make
the law is the law
the law is the law no matter the noise and MPP and the minority that is what they know doing best count the number of press conferences it's more than the number of MPs in parliament. The number of press conferences MPP has held, every MP has had more than a single press conference. I say 11 players, ball no match 22. Obia nya be 22. In the press conferences, no, the MPP they know how to make noise, and that is what they are doing. And this does not make them a qualified and a competent opposition. Because an opposition is supposed to hold government to its toes, not to make noise. While these people, and we have the likes of Afenyo Markins, who are lawyers, and I don't expect people who understand the law to behave and act in such manner, because the process has gone through all the constitutional requirements or processes that it has to meet. Now I ask, if after the president has made sure, say, all provisions in the constitutions which are well outlined are adhered to, I didn't know Becca say you fight to the latter. And now me say we Games of Thrones. Games of Thrones. And I say warlord. No. Forget. They are fighting a losing battle because it is not the president or the NDC that took off the Chief Justice. It is the Constitution that did. And the Constitution is the representation of the will of the people. You get it? That is the will of the people. And there have been surveys, you know. The Afrobiometer, the statistics, the report that came. The country was not having a trust in the judiciary. Now, 2023, 2022, 2024, we are some out of court. Because you know, sir, it wasn't a fair system. Even the CJ herself, in her own trials, came to tell us publicly that she doesn't believe in the judicial system. And I want it. In her own trial, a CJ, someone that was the head of the judicial or the legal system in the country, you came to tell us, say, you don't believe in a system you are presiding over, then we, as a country, we should take you serious and we should allow you to stay there. I as a driver near catch us say, oh no, war and yeshe, or no, on Jika now, we can now work of as a passenger. What they call him? What they call Saman Joan and say him. And you know, as I said, MPP, you know, we are voting them out of opposition into relegation. And you be almost 10 cases be Togo. I could say Atasa Republic. And you know, on be your monko na sisi a no UP plus no aba be replace omo mate say MPP for ni bebre pre UP plus for party card na by 31st there na oma ye wakekeeping ama MPP na ebia afufro MPP afufro na ombeko UP no so oma ye omo naming ceremony nti da che hene debi ameka the minority there de kwa boys kasanso de kwa
that's it I'm also
that's it mama that was na mencha watie for na so far I think say
there's more party near Guba
egu kra dada egu
my chat for kra some about the main issue so you see what things
do I try to say party egu
what things some be say yeah na o try say obedwen ho no ahwe nipa na wo kasa asem no edu baby a ho nipa na wo kasa asem no what is his experience about certain issue that happen in the party once adia e course we party mo no NDC omo ye party a omo from who National Democratic Party but ye can democracy a omo no e bi nsi on party ni mu da omo o check ya dachi abra ye te the New Patriotic Party every year be a apart from 92 ye de Professor Dubois he buy apart from that every year be a coalition be a country me ye bi mu say yento primaries na obi a wogi hu di say obetimi a department be abefa nkrata and that is what we have done several years or several decades now omo party no omo nya bi da anytime omo say ye bi say na monwa don't forget I have 5 aspirants na what ya o kan wasem in 2007 ye nya 17 aspirants a omo contested to the sense no wadwen say your party na gu by then
the ma akrofo dun zoom
omo asedu ketia the stress asem na say but at the end of the day no we were able to go through that actually say indeed when talk about democracy a party no na ye de ba Ghana now omo we 1996 omo we near the former president the late Jerry John Rawlings and the part the time about we were expecting say na come open up na eja nko bia obes all contest na ko contest dey see here Rawlings ko so ne do ba consensus nsa no pagya no we ni me do ba osomani entino mo ye den mo ntoma no na ode we buy after 4 years and after ye finish Mills efrimu na ye dey ye finish JDM ebetra so na his excellency John Dramani Mahama buy no enka at the end of the day emfa ne say nka mo open for contest no eye asedu ketia so be so nsa na do ko che NDC for say samunim na ma nto ama no a ye be yi mo nyina afri ho na omde wono buy to the extent say eye Kobra for eye ni ti say or contest no even just the ended primaries of Koye shede omde ya no
in prior to 2016 there was a contest and na camouflage I want for buy na mo say that anya no na ayi contest bi alab Joshua alabe
omo nyina na achieve dey see dey dey tactics pa tactics ye almost say be mo nkan
word ni ye tactics
nya butra make man say
ye tactics kan ye
o dey nya butra me bia
word ni ye tactics
we are na jandam na o ye
me chira wa
ye na pesa o ye
me chira wa
oh asem ne we na on say we na sa o
me oh dey dey run
so eno e ba ye no hwe do mo ye Kobra for contest Emma last minute 24 hours na man na withdraw to the sense and incompetent ne ba air contest for primaries omu yini say because of our contest your friend is saying the certain president or your friend is saying the flag bearer of that party so omono I'm not surprised so better I say man for we have 5 people who are contesting in some AC no problem but the person what I say we are exhibiting democracy more than you guys now that's with asema ye kan wasem about CJ nsem no to be frank enya minority ena ka say e bia ne ye de ye CJ no enye the right thing it is not about it's not enya yankwa ne kan asem no there are a lot of people who have condemned the way and the manner that they have removed the CJ in this country. Now, democracy, well, very soft. And I don't want to send us back to history, but how check a bra a Ghana for independent. Any number of coup d'etat experience here, to the extent say we fought hard. People even Eddie Omonkwa eto so answer na democracy way. Now, ye bomodia atimi build your democracy in this fourth republic. And that me no ka say this party Eddie atutu akwemu kire say democracy na ye bre ya build up this abe no on person almost destroy with just one year. Within just this 1 year. Now,
1 year, no,
somebody
destroy democracy.
Before meba enukamboso no. Sophia Akufo. Wa wonim no. The former CJ.
Yes.
And where a woman be the credibility our country had obia and deny that. And ono obia or can somehow it is. So check here even Abraya de haircut buy. By then that was a difficult decision I take. This woman on found say Venice appointed under the MPP. Meboa. Oba ever condemning the same issue. Now Abra ye Venice CJ. Sha asema this woman Obakan. Was it the former Chief Justice and Council of State, former has strongly condemned the removal of the Chief Justice, Tokono, describing the process as unjust or unjust.
Don't you think, sir? Don't you think, sir? Looking at her pedigree,
yes.
Looking at her pedigree,
yes,
she would help us.
Yes,
she will help us by telling us. When you say something is unjust and a matter which have been decided by law, you are able to tell us the provision, one, or probably the procedural breaches.
Perfect.
For which one can say, oh, what dear you say, Uncle ye?
Yes.
What dear you say, Uncle ye?
The other maybe we say unjust and deeply troubling for Ghana's judicial system. Now, me for also quite end chain. Your friend is saying this lawyer, your friend lawyer Charles Owusu. One also a babontin ever make a statement, and this one, in fact, with the permission, I mean, read the intro. Was it the removal of the Chief Justice Araba Tokonu from office under Article 146 of the 1922 marks one of the darkest and most troubling moments in Ghana's constitutional democracy. While clothed in the veneer of legality, the process by which the Chief Justice was investigated and ultimately removed reveals glaring procedural flaws, political interference, and dangerous precedent that threatens the very independence of the judiciary.
But what can this? What we have read, what you have read to us, is English. He talks about procedural breaches.
Perfect.
But he is unable to tell us which of the procedures.
The removal of this Chief Justice now. And MPP phone company Eka. It is about concerned Ghanaians who have said the process unfair. Now with the last one, now remember the main variable and the factors Now you will take tank. Bakon eba na no ya be kan say you form a Center for Citizenship, Constitutional and Electoral System. Ebe make statement even assembly court. Now this is what they say. According to the group, this is my joy. The suspension of the Chief Justice by President John Dramani Mahama violates key provisions of the 1992 Constitution, particularly Article 17, Article 296. And then Article 146. Now
the removal violates it.
Yes.
You talk about Article 17, Article 29, Article
296.
So Article 296.
Now, so maybe on. So
I don't want us to do more.
So
legal education, but
these are individuals are almost share near a course on any kwanya the NDC aban. So ajima me to me I feeling some. In fact, abra unim say word na sumu da opane bunafu. That's what the NDC are doing. Now, to me, and Sase Makawa, and I'm repeating it. It is very obvious. Say the procedural process now you see Eddie Mami free officer now. Echira will say the party NDC, no, they are power drunk. In fact, the current president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, do you know how he's acting? He's acting like King Henry XIV during the ancient time. Ono ena sabre no ye bisa and say that time there was a debate concerning the state and power. And then that King Henry XIV came out and stood before the people and told them, say, I am the state. Thinking say ono 2 million nyina de esenesa. That's what now the president want to do. He want to achieve. Hey, a bra NDC bar government a bar power. Within 7 months, Supreme Court, hey, a bra more opposition. On catch I said the MPP government is parking the court. And UTB, AFF, your current secretary, as more kind no. All the social media news outlet, you read a lot about that. And one of the cars say, you know, the NPP parking court. Or by within 6 months, were appointed 7 new justices to the court, Supreme Court, just within 6 months. 7. And our judges, we don't go on. And on through on or by the High Court, were appointed 41 justices to that court. Don't be sad when we say, what is or what are the intentions of acting in that manner? If you come appeal court, 21 just recently on by less than 1 year. Not beside one say, what does the NDC government want to achieve by doing so? If you are someone who read democracy, and if you are someone who advocate for democracy, you will clearly see, say, dear NDC government, you know, they want to cripple the country's democracy, and it has a dire consequence in the future. Kofi Bento for Imani. Obeka Sembi say, Adjana NDC ayano. In fact, they are just fulfilling the promise that they did. And it's true. So Osha Abraham opposition. They said it obviously.
When people make arguments, when I see, so to speak, laymen who are not abreast with law make those arguments, you can as well pardon them. But for those who are lawyers, I would entreat them that when they make such arguments, they should make the argument on law.
Oh, but
so that it can reach the conversation and let us all
let me come. So check Article 146. Yeah, so edi mame dokunu free new office. I have condemned that the process no, and don't forget, Ghana Bar Association cry and the Bar Association of England and Wales, so Ababe can say, even the process no mu use and remove my make no. And yet, constitutional to the fact say, so check the process now. If you are exercising, in fact, Article 146, not say unya a chief justice, you have to refer to Article 296. See, so what I said, would give you that order. Say you have to lay a CI before Parliament that has to mature for 21 days.
That is not accurate.
Perfect. Oh, that's it. Oh, then
because
if you say it's not accurate, so are you trying to tell me that other lawyers who are arguing from the same angle are also lying?
So
it is a constitution. It's a constitutional provision.
Those lawyers have not that a case law.
No.
Of course, an interpretation.
Don't forget interpretation.
Yes.
Interpretation is our canon. And only the Supreme Court, and that authority to interpret the constitution.
Yeah.
Article 130 is there. Okay, from 1 to 3. So what I say, it is only the Supreme Court that can. And don't forget, a judge might even rule on the case today. The same. Maybe a similar case might go to court, but the different judge also rule it differently. Maybe see that. So what are telling me that's the case?
Yes, but
so the person
when the Supreme Court make a ruling, except that the Supreme Court depart from that ruling becomes a law. In Ransford, France, that decision have been made in that case.
So that's it. There can I say that's the reason why. The issue has been tested in the court. Until Yansha ruling never ban and they say,
which one it has been.
Don't forget, wait, Meba. Wait, Meba. No, we are not what
first, Mami.
The person what say, issue ra e fa so yi no di no e yi ne fra kunya so no procedurally no what mu say enya right. Second, another case no say o check article 144 kwan ye fa so appoint chief justice and appoint justice to the Supreme Court no e different from how you appoint your friend saying any ordinary justice to the Supreme Court. Chief justice kwan ye fa so yi no o check 144 na it is clear ena say obi justice at the Supreme Court na kwan ye fa so yi no e different from say obi so Supreme Court judge ye fa so yi no me boa
o say obi here then
so obi Supreme Court judge and obi so chief justice kwan ye fa so edi yi omodin a different thing together that's it
it's the same thing
why ene die ni maye yi ye fa ne say obi a oye judge
a judge is the chief justice
and why ene die ni maye yi ye fa ne say chief justice.
It is the president.
Perfect. So you see, sir, there is two distinct. I mean,
by the same provision.
So the issue is wait, the process. I'm talking about the process that we use to remove chief justice.
And in this part, when it is a judge, it is the chief justice who made the prima facie determination.
So
if he becomes the chief justice, it's the president with the council.
Perfect. So you see,
but in this case, you cannot say.
Very clear. Very clear. You see, when we are making analogy, me say quite but it's not possible. Yes. So the issue is the person what say president looking at all the cases also we see here, and now you have that power or the mandate to remove her as a chief justice. Granted, but you don't bear that power to remove her from the Supreme Court at the same time. So what I say? That is where my issue is. And I make sure say,
how do you decipher between the jobs of the CJ, a chief justice, and the Supreme Court judge when it comes to what we call misconduct?
That's it.
Meaning that you can misconduct yourself as a CJ, but not misconduct yourself as a justice of the Supreme Court.
Oh no, it's not that. That's what I'm trying to mean. But what I'm trying to tell you is say, kwanya a president,
yes,
a faso, a yini free ho as a CJ. Looking at based on information on the or receive and evidence or no receive evidence you can put that things I don't want to even delve into that evidence because it just shred. It holds no water. But when you if you no granted, but you don't bear that authority to remove her as a chief justice, remove her as a justice from the Supreme Court at the same time. That is where my problem lies, and that's the reason why the court.
Let's see the but
what
the chief justice
very clear. This is very clear.
What the chief justice sought to do at the High Court. I've taken the trouble to read some of her reliefs that he seek from the High Court.
Yeah.
I don't want to, because I don't know more than the chief justice.
Yes.
And so he's in the High Court he's seeking for judicial review and to what the committee has done. But we share some of the release anymore. Now we will be what gibberish to read the Ghana Bar Association, whereas the Attorney General and the Aban case are. You see a similarity in what she's trying to use a writ to enforce Article 149 and 146. It's something like that I see. However, let us understand and leave it to the court. As to whether or not even the High Court has that jurisdiction.
They don't even have that.
Okay, don't let us go there because the matter.
Good. But then, Dachi, I just want to let my brother on my left understand. Say, when he was talking, I was feeling for him passionately because he was struggling to build a case where there is no case.
I see.
Because you are saying, sir, the procedural compliance was defaulted. If he can just pinpoint one of the processes that was at fault, I'll just stop the communication.
One of the
But I told
processes,
you.
one of the processes that
I've
was at
initiated that
fault
one.
in this one was the fact that as at the time the Chief Justice was facing the committee, he never had the reasoning for the prima facie. If you take the trouble to read the case of Chachu Chikata,
Yeah.
one of the reason the court gave was that it was wrong, it was bad, it was being bad faith that
Chachu Chikata's case.
Chikata was not
You know-
given a prima facie reasoning.
Good.
However, the court said that even though you were not given a prima facie reasoning, which you were supposed to be given,
Yeah.
it does not nullify the facts of the real case. So procedurally, you will be looking at the fact that she wasn't given.
Based on your inference, it does not nullify the fact of the real case.
That is right, but it is
Good.
also wrong that
So
the
no.
reasoning was
I'm not
given.
saying. I'm not saying that. Listen, see, when the layperson is listening to us, and we are saying something has not gone through due process.
Yes.
That means that one of the constitutional provisions was breached or jumped.
That is right.
But as it stands now, none of the provisional, the constitutional provisionals provisions were jumped or skipped. Are you getting me? What we are just describing is her getting to know an information or the reasoning, just like you have stated. But the issue is, even in the processes, she erred. That even if the case went into her favor, another person could have petitioned, because this is a case that we were, or constitution, or the constitution has required that it should be held in camera. And you come and court public sympathy and make public show, trying to instigate and call for the public to speak or put their mouth in matters that constitution has said should be held in camera. Then what are you doing? That means that you yourself, you have abused the office that you are seated in. You get me? Aside that, whilst we were holding a case here, you went to gather Frefrekobo FC. You know Frefrekobo FC? Gabi and Co. He said, come on, what? They came back. They came to tell us and ordered the president to what? Reinstate the CJ. What are they talking about? Look at all the people who are making complaints. It's only a few who you would identify as politically unbiased, but most of them are having. Go and check their background. The lawyers you mentioned, check their background.
I'm giving you.
Frefrekobo FC. The lawyers you mentioned, check their. Why is MPP so interested in the CJ's issue? Because this is a legal issue concerning the country. We should all come together and make sure, say, the rule of law. See, CJ is not above the law. She is not above the law. As she is saying, as he was saying, say, they should use a different clause or a different provision to deal with her issue. I'm telling you, the Constitution has spelled it out. When it is a judge, it's the CJ that handles it, right? When it is the CJ, it is the president and the Council of State. So what on earth should we do? Are you calling to the Ghanaian populace to reinstate the CJ or what? Because he was a judge? And that didn't ask you a question.
The president should remove her.
I'm asking you a question.
As a chief justice, at the same time, as a
Is
judge.
it the president or is the constitutional remove her?
I'm asking you.
Is the
Finish,
constitution?
finish.
No, so wait, I'm asking you a question. As a government appointee or as a civil servant, if you indulge in a crime, for instance, you see the Auditor General report, if someone is a director or a chief director, and it comes out through the court trials or proceedings that someone has embezzled fund or misappropriated state resources, and the person is charged to go to jail, would you say, sir, he was charged in the courts in the capacity as a chief director, so now he has to become a normal worker of the ministry? No. I'm giving you a scenario. Master, keep quiet and listen to the scenario.
Which way case now? Chama won't to make case no. Or more charging us what? I'm asking the same
Chairman,
question.
who- a public servant, a public servant.
You are making
Or a public servant. I'm using a public. I'm just telling you.
You see,
Ah.
Omo charging us there.
Omo charging us then. The same person, Omo charging us individual. Me wa.
Yes.
Esa charging the company differently.
that is-
And I'm going to say, Chairman,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
just-
no,
I'm just going back.
There is a
His
civil case in
personal-
there.
Wait,
No,
There is a civil
No,
case in there.
let me help you. Dabi, let me help you in
The
this.
simple knowledge not making.
No,
That's
let
what I'm
me-
saying that.
let me help you in
Matthias,
this.
you
Let me
know,
help
you
you in
shouldn't do
this.
that.
No.
You should make this example.
Let me help you in this.
That's it.
When it comes to a company, a company by law, like law,
It's
is
an
an entity
So is
that
it-
can sue and be sued
Suit. Yes.
in a quest
Exactly.
where a veil
Oh,
of a
master, you
company
come now
must
see
be-
idea.
But Asma can what you know,
Yes.
He used someone's office at the same time the person himself. To make a simple analogy, and I'm telling you, say yes, it's true. But at times, when you get to sometimes, your personality is different from your office.
Ah.
I know. So
But the CJ is a CJ. The CJ was in an office.
Different.
But
Is
before
that-
you become a CJ, you need to be a Supreme Court
Court
judge.
judge.
Perfect. Before
One,
we do
wait. If you misconduct yourself, you misconduct. So there's a. Are you by chance saying that? Are you by chance saying that if the Chief Justice is being removed as a Justice of the Supreme Court, she can be allowed to serve as a Chief Justice?
Let me also ask you this simple question: if the Chief Justice
Yes.
ought to have resigned as a Chief Justice,
Yes.
does it mean automatically on yet a Justice to the Supreme Court?
No,
Yes.
she can.
Oh, maybe asking you. Say,
you
I say,
cannot
I'm resigning from this as a Chief Justice.
Yes.
Does it mean automatically and go on your part of the Chief Justices in the Supreme Court?
No, when you are resigning your role, listen. When you are resigning a role given to you, that okay, I don't want
So
to
that
play
is
this.
it. Let
I
us
don't
get
want-
this clear.
You are resigning based on what?
Ma-
Are you resigning based on a misconduct?
Anybody can just resign. Resign, I can resign for resigning.
So if you resign for
and if
resigning,
Obi
sake,
resigning,
but this is they are sacking you based on what they
oh,
call
that is
a
you see,
misconduct.
you're not being fair here.
Being
There
fair
is
was-
you're not being fair
Yeah,
because
ah.
there is who catch me say people
Charlie.
resigning
Eh,
from the
resigning.
position there,
Eh.
and it does not disqualify her.
It is the
as
reasoning- the
So you see-
reasoning for-
Oh, that's it.
But
So what? how come
wait.
fair?
wait.
I
Oh my
ask you a
God.
simple question. I ask you a
Is that the
simple
two of you? You're not.
No.
don't-
I ask you- no.
Are you conspiring?
No, I ask you.
Let's
a
be
simple
What
fair.
is conspiring?
Wait.
Who's
Let's be
conspiring
fact
with you?
about the issue.
Let's continue. Let's continue.
That's
Because
where a simple
for the
analogy.
purposes of our time, let me put
That's
this.
it. But
For
let
the
me-
purposes of our time, let me do this education. A Chief Justice, before you rise to that position, you should be a Justice of the Supreme Court. That is one.
Perfect.
Second, a Chief Justice can resign from for her duties that she cannot perform the administrative duty as a Chief Justice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If she is resigning on the grounds of a misconduct, which the constitutional provisions make it clear that upon that misconduct you can be sacked, then you cannot resign as a Chief Justice and sustain your seat as a Justice
judge.
of the Supreme Court. No.
Oh, that's it. You see, that is where you guys are getting it wrong.
No.
Wait,
Did
wait,
we write the constitution?
Wait.
No, did you write the constitution?
But did you also write it?
I didn't. I'm asking you. We didn't write it.
For the
So
purposes
that's
of
it.
our
I tell you,
time,
very clear.
let's
The
move
person
to our second
what
topic.
here for say the president can remove her as a Chief Justice, no problem. But the president cannot simultaneously remove her
The
as a
president-
Chief Justice
wait. I want to
at
put
the
it to you.
same time
My
remove
brother,
her from
my brother. The
the
president
Supreme
did
Court
not
as a
remove the
judge. That's
CJ.
the issue.
No, the president did not remove the
Master,
CJ.
but
Please.
who did?
No,
He-
I put it to
he
you.
did.
Please.
But
The president did not
he
remove the
he
CJ.
did. Obviously.
That is the
It is-
warrant that was issued.
Yes, I get it.
Taking the CJ off was under the hand of the president.
No, it's
And so-
constitutionally.
No, no,
Constitutionally.
no, no,
Once when the
don't
president
make this
acts
argument.
constitutionally,
Yes.
he has
He's a person.
acted constitutionally by himself.
Yes, absolutely. But what I'm trying to say is that the president is in the office by the representation of the people of Ghana.
Yes.
So if a president
So
takes
act
any
for
act
and on behalf of the people.
on behalf of the people,
Yes.
so it is the people of Ghana and the constitution of Ghana that has made sure say due process is followed, that rule of law is adhered to, and
What
to
rule
make
of
sure
law?
say transparency and due process
And
Huh.
who acted
There wasn't
for and
ever-
on favor of the people of Ghana.
by the representation of the people of Ghana.
I'm saying who
I'm-
acted
And I'm saying that by the representation of the people of Ghana,
Yes.
the president.
Thank you.
This argument.
Wait.
is-
He's taking it from a political lens. That's why I'm
You
putting
see, you see, one person defending
That
him.
is
You
why
just-
I'm putting
you
it to
just
him.
want to defend yourself
Issues
from
related-
that.
I'm
putting
But he
it to
did
him.
it. He
Master.
did that.
Let me.
He did that.
Anti-LGBT LGBT bill could have been could have changed the 2024 election outcome in Team Fodjo. Enra Ebeto just said they are putting their heads together to make sure say they put the bill together and then lay it back to Parliament again. In Team Fodjo say LGBT ne kan ho na emamulusu 2024 election. Anka sanya no ri anka bi anka munusu. So in this way, they are ascribing the losing of the election to so many things. One of the facts is Ghana for now member, MPP for now member to Abano. Ebisusi Galamsey and also LGBT.
That's it. MPP party ne good. They are confused people. Why your report? Most of my report no. Actually, the reason why we lose election and the way sorry I was say, and the way sorry I now I can say. We sorry and Obeka say they don't even have a mouthpiece. Oh, Obeka one single thing. Emma Ghanaians at it. They be a different story, different narrative. But with in Team Fodjo there, me who say or exhibit what I call the MPP moral cowardice symptoms. Because MPP, oh Lord, oh my God. I say we do bro, we are coming kwewe. Bro na wo kita no. Na nka obedua no. Won na wo de gunsuom 3 days na wakonyam afete emanaka na wo de akabenku etwumeko e de abobitade egu ho odi ame wie wa bonsu egu so 1 week after o se nka minimum nka medue bro no nka edue bro na nka fifi ma yenya 1 bag sa na Team Fodjo no ebro no na nka edua ya ebro na we die wie no o de akabenku edie wie o se na nka edua ya nanka ebro ne fifi ema yenya ebro boto baako. That is in Team Fodjo's behavior. Bible na kan they are like chaff before the wind. They be a buff bia no munem bi. No direction, no bearing. Ain't no, let's not take them serious. Medika anka MPP party no egu. UP has come to replace them. So UP plus. Ain't no ebeya omunko under training. Na omu coach omu because omu an we vibrant ne omu to me communicate in the MPP omu ni na nsi omu ko UP inti no omu pebi because the likes of Miracle Abuaji ne mebra oti onukra onya UP card me ma lo ife no wakoji UP card because MPP no one emboa no me ra ho amanu because MPP doesn't have a future. The center can no longer hold. A party like this, no hope. Why? In Team Fodjo ne sem kekane de adoso. Adoso. Anyo no minim to but eno ana me de be end.
That's it. So you see, I don't know what the NDC is thinking. Say, yeah, former party be a friend of UP. UP what? Not a party or whatever. But the issue is, say, when you akai the politics of Ghana, you understand the trajectory, political formation that happened in this country. The first political party I formed here, your friend is an anti-mangina. Your friend is a Nimunanya CPP by Beboa. Eddie free one apart from CPP. No political party, what in one. We have to get it clear. Now, I do not end this because you guys are saying say we your party and then we are dying off. And you ask yourself, those who are saying that, are they familiar first to data? 2, do they even know history about Ghana's politics?
We don't know history.
The issue is
we know about Kwasem.
They are there a coso MPP mo. And this way I experience it worse. Oh, you need Ghana say, and I got the NDP. The founder of the party. Ne yere acting one from akoti party. And no come party na go. after 2016 election name say NDC wukra. And so you guys were able to bounce back, and then you are saying this. But don't worry, don't put that on aside. But that's in, but you mean, I didn't say, NDC one. Everyone say this LGBTQ plus I. Bill, President NSA. And come listen, come up, I'm about Benoit, and come up fair parliament. Mombra, Bill, that told before mon pass it, mon family, I was sent to it. Look at what these people said in opposition.
Is that a procedure?
Oh, so come by and come on fair parliament. Won't go to you guys who go through about it. Move your mon pass, your family, I was sent to it. But on by what's up on what? Hey, I brought NDC opposition. And someone will cover this particular bill more parliament. To the extent say, huh? Oh, Ghana, yeah, Ghana, yeah, religious country, about Christianity, about Islamic, about traditional, all the religious bodies. Ubetimanyo Ghana say, and now before this election, your friend is saying, and go for women, sorry, yeah, as you some of what you. Eye campaign tia say NPP government government accept LGBTQ Ghana has say okaya by election ye corner akwatia minim so nya videos mbi hwe ya sa by election no automatically omo can say NPP government tumutumu. That was their campaign message at akwatia. Just me say akwatia we asenof yes question ho no. That was the campaign message omo use ho no. And Ghana for I can say if that is the case then ometo NPP and indeed omututi now mu ye na mo kasa ye abra even parliament under NPP government pass a bill no to a sense say ka comma president etimi assign I sent it to it, but at the end of the day entimi draw because ye enkophobia na mo dwen say embra no enuma bi ho no ma ebe tietia manfo bi me fa ho de so ntino se omunya aboto no mo ye sesan ansa na omo de akọ meboa now anything antimi Andrew president ho no ama na asend ansa na ye fe ne sen ye mbre eso na de wo mu ni abra eye NDC every power na Catholic bishop ekosia eye the current His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e ka cha say oh eye LGBTQ plus bill na ye fe ne say NDC sha ase na ebeya ese wa bai wutu wa na mo ntentem una so ka kire mo o ka kire say oh be we de ma bai de animanim ya ye nchekra eye the current speaker of parliament e can the same thing so on so ya NDC bai omo nche they are going to pass the bill me come kire sabre almost a year now no NDC ye friend saying me of parliament share your time Sam George from radio station to radio stations, educated people telling people as if say NPP government a government be a say to Ghana has. But that wasn't the case. Waba almost 1 year now, and you can put Matiko saying can yet your friend is saying Reverend Paul Edias Baba and Castel can come on. So what I said, Nache. Today, I can say, NDC are buying. In some kind of position concerning this particular bill, no, but as some Reverend Team for Jokaino, that is 100% true. It is one of the variables. MIF failure and I lose the elections. So, what kind? I mean, report right now.
Report the anyway.
Oh, maybe I can't Conrad, you know. It was one of the variables. It can be. Until so, or Kazasem now, he is 100%.
Because maybe I will my quid.
Oh, I mean, come on, Quediano, make up Corradiano. And one of the variables are Emma MPP, then you lose about because NDC for come to town for team say MPP, Yen Pesa, President Biden about signing to that bill. Anytime I lose. So what he has said is true. But it's very obvious, say there's no way NDC, every time about Ghana. The makers Ghana for say, yes, the MPP government, Monkasa Moswansu, Moswansa. Mahun de modu eye government obaya eye dollar unu so de mo yana omo so no so man painkiller na painkiller ma o ma don painkiller say painkiller de unu ya ajojuwa you go back to the pain
first mama
onim the FNO fiscal policies onim the FNO fiscal discipline
painkiller man
maybe sir and mo time no ye den mo de dey mo de semba mu te mo pompi mama pompi dollars ni mama ye pompi share economy so that Ghana for nya so fast wo na me say ye pompi dollar no share economy mu a
don't worry after the month after December after December you see what
after December first mo say
no be
December mo say ye call December
and send a code
hey erade ye kom na menkasa wakasa wi
menkasa wi me na
for na o say o time aso o catch them asa na me
wo opposition o ba ye o si wo de no matter to kwemo dollar na say dem wan dey na the bar 10 cedi after that chain about 13 cedis
we wakasa wi oni painkiller ne ma mo say mo economists na mo men ni na mo ni painkiller ne ma
mo nja painkiller ma na mo to ko ya
wi me say mo ni painkiller ne ma na nka mo time no ka mo ma painkiller ne bi what I say dia ye be ye e ma Ghana fo ho atom eno na NDC aban ye na mo nya akwanya no se skal mu yakọ good dem ye the best system mu ma
wo ba ye wo reserve ya pegu won wo ka say system good wo ba reserve